it ships. Yeah. Now I burp. Talking to my phone, you know, like you do. I plan. Slow down. Give yourself places to edit. Hi everybody, I'm Miss Sally, and today I'm gonna do another vlog because it's been a while since I have, and I'd forgot that this was a thing I can totally do, so let's do that. Anybody who actually watches may have noticed that I've done a lot more just gameplay videos with my bubbles and my faces. One, because I absolutely love my faces that Foy makes for me. They are so much fun to use. But the other reason I haven't felt like being in front of the camera. I like to have something to say before I put myself in front of the camera. But the good news is I think I found a thing, but I'll get to that. The last time I did my Babble files, I think I was just starting to wade into the music side. Like, I was playing my guitar a lot, and I was playing a lot of Rocksmith, and I just started going into GarageBand and making a few like little short, like 1-minute loops to put at the end of or at the beginning of my videos. Made a couple of, I think, Overwatch videos that were mostly just music and words and stuff. Now for me the soundtrack is a big part of why I keep making stuff. I love putting it together. So yeah, I'm super proud of how far I've come on that, and I even made a couple of videos that were music video centric. There was just a music video made around, I have one for Astroneers and one for Stardew Valley. That I made specifically to make a song and then put into the thing. I'm really proud of the Science Respawn one with Astroneers. It's kind of my favorite. But the links to those are in the description. I also even started a SoundCloud account because mostly to keep the progression of my music in one place where I can keep it and know that it is somewhere very specific. I have a habit of losing things, including files. Awesome. But there's a link to that in the description too, so you can check them out if you'd like. I started putting music in my videos for a number of reasons. Mostly, not even mostly, just partially because by the second half of editing a video, I'm bored with myself, I'm bored with the project, I'm just bored of all of it, and even if I'm still laughing at it, I need to do something else with my time. And this gives me a way to, once I've fully edited and gone through the process of figuring out the story and what tone I'm making, or what I ran into in the video game that day, and I take that and I go over to Ableton or GarageBand and turn it into something that I can use. I'll take like 3 seconds of something that happened during the game and turn that into a little bit of a story in my head, and then make a song that I think fits that little story and throw it in there. It not only gives me a chance to be creative in another way, but it also it shifts my focus so that I don't have to just keep staring at the same thing over and over again. I just don't do well in those situations, and if I can keep the project in mind while moving over to something to do with the music side, I can start I'm working in a whole new software suite. I'm like using different parts of my brain in different ways while still being creative, and I just love the whole process of it. So yeah, keeping focus for me is hard, it's just hard for me. And it works out well for something like making YouTube videos where there's different steps that you need to keep track of. Unfortunately, for anybody who has been kind enough to keep up with what I do, it's been a slow, gradual process, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Learning. So, speaking of music, let's get to the future project. So I have a really cool series in mind that I would like to get started on fairly quickly because I'm so jazzed. I cannot remember the last time I was so jazzed about a project. I'm excited for it. I can't even explain why. But I am. I'm excited, and there doesn't need to be a reason. Candy doesn't have to have a reason. So if you've made it this far, obviously it's not hard for anybody to figure out that I really like sounds. I like noise. I don't like noise. I like noises, and I like well done noises even better. And I like music a lot. And I like video games. I like video games a lot. So why not take my love of those two things that intertwine so beautifully and talk about them more. And to be an advocate and an evangelist for good sound and music. I plan on starting with talking about how I can directly link my new love of making and creating music to rhythm gaming. Starting from watching Figlet play Frequency way back on the PlayStation 2 a really, really long time ago, to just recently figuring out how chords like really feel and work in my head, and that's starting to become a natural thing on the guitar in Rocksmith, and all kinds of weird things in between. I kind of have a basic outline of what I want to do with it. I'm super stoked, and I would love some help. I would love suggestions. I've got some people that have thrown me, some of my family and friends that have thrown me some suggestions on Facebook, but Twitter's a good place as well. In the comments here, like, tell me your favorite rhythm game, the one that really clicked for you. Did it make you see music any differently than you did the first time? I want to know all these kind of things. I think that rhythm games aren't given quite enough credit. They're fantastic games, and I think in a world where even my dad plays Facebook games, like, I think rhythm games should be kind of something that there are more of and that are done well. And I'll go into that. Like, I have a whole thing planned, but that's the direction I want to go. And then after that, I would like to move on to things like voice acting and soundtracks and just overall sound design. And I don't exactly know. I have no grand scheme, granular plan, but I have a direction, and I'm stoked about that. I really do enjoy doing this, and I'm glad that I finally figured out a way to give myself an excuse to do it. But I really do want to do this right. It's been a long time since I've been super jazzed about a project, and so there's going to be a lot of research and a lot of editing and probably a lot of outfits and hair and crazy makeup, and I don't know, but I just know that I'm really excited about this, and I hope that I can do it justice, because these people deserve to know that what they do is important and that somebody heard it and somebody gets it. It's going to be more about stories and feelings and all of that, but I'd like to, put the time in and get some research, but yeah, that's what's going on with me. I'm not sure anybody cared, but I'm gonna have fun putting this video together, so whatever. one's gotta find their joy where they can get it. That's all I gotta say. Well, it's been a pleasure, as always. If you have any rhythm games, like, leave them in the comments. Give me kind of a, what's your favorite? Why did it change things? Like, I want to know these things. Give me stories. I love stories. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave this here, and I hope that you have a lovely day.